Fast.
What goes around just comes around. 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 What goes around is comes around. What goes around is comes around.
And Dira.
What goes around is comes around. What goes around is comes around. What goes around is comes around. What goes around is comes around.
Definitely the most common thing said in the chat during that intro was, drumroll, I want Dira to sit where Force is sitting. What's up, bitches? It's Friday night. Welcome to another edition of Epileptic Gaming. I am djWHEAT, and joining me as always, we've got Force 519.
What's up, guys?
But we had a certain individual who's typically on the show lose a bet, and as a result, was not able to host tonight because we got Dira up on the couch. What's up, Dira?
Hello.
And
thanks, Danny.
Many of you.
Yeah, I gotta give a shout out. I promised Danny that I would say hello.
Wait,
Thanks,
Danny K? Oh, are
Yeah,
you guys?
that's a thing,
Are you
yeah.
guys like IMing on a regular basis right now? Like, anything
Are
we
you
should
thanking
know
him for your
about?
big shot?
Yes, I want to thank him for placing the bet with Nice Guy. So,
Yes.
Thanks, Danny.
And Danny's 2-0 right now on EG hosts, and I'm not liking those odds. So Force, be very careful about what you bet with Danny, and it'll happen. I don't know how he does it. He kind of sucks
All right.
you in. That's why that community, man, they're a double-edged sword. They fuck shit up, but man, they'll fuck your shit up. You better watch out. 2 times knows what I'm talking about. Word. All right, guys, welcome to EG. Yeah, a little bit different as we got Dira here joining us, and I think Nice Guy it is going to make an appearance because we do have some MMO news that it was pretty significant in the grand scheme of like.
I thought it was big. Came out of nowhere.
Yeah, so we're going to be talking about that a little bit. But we're going to end up the Battle of the Sandbox, which is basically over the course of the last 3 episodes. We've done 3 different Sandbox games. We started with Infamous, the PS3 exclusive. We moved on to Red Faction. And then, of course, it is this episode that we're doing Prototype. And then we're going to make our decision at the end, which one was the one that you liked the most. Are you excited to finally get
I'm
done
excited.
with Sam? I'm excited because I don't foresee a sandbox game in my immediate future, and I think that's okay.
I was just trying to think if I do, and I don't know if I do. Like, I don't know what the next big sandbox title is. I can't really. Nothing comes to mind.
I don't know.
Brutal
Dira,
Legend. That's a long ways.
That's not really sandbox, though, is it?
I think it is.
Really?
I think so.
Dude, I always imagined that it was going to be more like, and forgive me if this pisses anyone off, but it just in like the scope of it, like Twilight Princess. Like I thought it was maybe more like
I don't even know how
Zelda-like.
to. I don't know how to reply. It's not because you drive in cars and you got a big, huge world to tool around in.
Right. Well, and you did in Twilight Princess too.
I would think it'd be closer to like a
But
Jack or
are you-
Ratchet and Clank if you want to think that.
Okay. All right, fair enough. I don't know why Twilight Princess came to mind. I didn't even
know you
finish
played
it.
I thought you were
Twilight
talking about
Princess.
Twilight
I
the
did.
movie
I
at
got really
first.
far. I didn't even finish it. I don't know. Did you play that?
Yeah, I didn't finish it.
Yeah, because it was.
Dude, I
so-
loved it. That was
It
what
was
broke
so
me into my
underwhelming.
Wii.
I don't know. Okay. Anyway, no more sandbox games possibly coming. And anyway, I do want to say and give a big shout out to any new viewers that might be coming in tonight. We did do Devastation this past weekend. I had an absolutely fucking awesome time. Saw some amazing Street Fighter and Tekken and Third Strike games. Sorry you guys couldn't be there. You should have watched it.
What was your favorite out of all of them? Was it the Street Fighter 4 because that's so recent to you?
The Tekken 6 finals was really awesome because
You're a huge Tekken fan. right?
I'm a huge Tekken fan, but over the weekend, like Mad Dog Jin would sit down at that fucking machine and roll through 42 people and no one would beat him. So everyone's like, dude, Mad Dog Jin has this motherfucking shit in the bag. And Mr. Naps came back from the losers bracket to not only beat him in a best of five, but then to do it twice.
Wow.
So, I don't know. I mean,
I bet there were some moments of cheering during that.
And absolutely. And you could look back at that and go, maybe Mad Dog shouldn't have been playing like all weekend long, but
burning his eyes out. And
but at the same
thumbs.
time, there was some good competition there. So he was like, getting to play good people. If I was in his situation, I wouldn't want to stop either. Yeah. But there's some interesting like storylines, almost drama, if you want to call it, in the Street Fighter 4 or just generally Street Fighter community anyway.
Let MTV know. There'll be cameras up in there in a heartbeat.
You know reality show.
I don't know. Don't let them know. It could be a little bit off the hook. So, but I love all those guys, and I'm not going to take sides. They're all awesome. They all bring something to it. I was glad to be a part of it, and I was glad that they, for the most part, welcomed us with open arms. Hopefully we'll do more of those, and we'll just get better from there. But I think it's appropriate if we just go ahead and go on to the news of the week, if I can actually find it. God, dude, I swear to God, from week to week, having to use my Bravia as the actual PC in which the show runs, I feel like my eyesight's getting worse and worse.
I think it's the robot. It's the robot stream.
I don't know what it is. It's not hopefully doing it for them.
I think it is.
Is it really? I don't know. Yeah, you let us know. Anyway, let's get going. It's news of the week.
Epileptic Gaming's news of the week.
All right, so there's I would say a good amount of news this week, but not anything that's too over the top. We've got a lot of like weird shit being said that I think we're going to definitely enjoy talking about this week. Also, I wanted to mention, I want to try to open up the phone lines tonight, guys, so hopefully you're keeping tabs on everything we're talking about tonight. And we were gone last week, so if there's anything you want to talk about, feel free. Let's get started. Game movies, popular topic here on Epileptic Gaming. I like to talk about them. I like to talk shit about
bash them. Yeah, we like to talk shit about them.
Usually pretty awful.
I mean, what? Like 99.8% pretty awful. Anyway, nowadays they really do scare the shit out of me. And this one is really not settling with me very well. So it's been announced that Columbia Pictures will be bringing the big screen adaptation of the PS3 exclusive Uncharted to the theaters.
I have the exact opposite.
All right, well, let me tell you why. All right, let me tell you why. First off, it's being penned by Kyle Ward, who's also doing Kane and Lynch with Bruce Willis.
I didn't even know that. When I was like gathering news, I didn't even know that movie was still in production.
Yeah, it's going down. I don't know which one Bruce Willis plays. He could probably pass as either of them, but and producing duties is Avi Arad, who many of you probably know, and is one of the big wigs.
What's Marvel doing behind it?
I don't know,
Where'd
bro.
that come from?
I don't know. All of a sudden, you're going to see next year at E3 like Marvel signs exclusive deal.
Well, you'll definitely see Uncharted
like
Marvel comics, I bet.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
That could be cool.
So, but why does it like overall bother me? This is what I'm going to say, because to me, Nathan Drake is a very rare video game character. Like it's not very often where a character comes around where I'm just like, I'm in it to win it with this guy. Like, I like this guy. Oh, haha, he made me laugh. He's funny. Oh, that sucks that happened to him. Like, he was all around a cool fucking cat. And that's one of the reasons I'm excited for Uncharted 2 almost as much as, everything else they're adding to it. So for me, I just am really worried that they're going to put Nathan Drake on fucking the movie and they're going to ruin him.
Dude, I think Drake, like the script, if you look at just the script for the game, is one of the best that's ever been written for a game.
I know, right?
And I thought right away when I played it this felt like a movie. Almost like the BioShock. Like when I played it, I said this should go to the screen right away because we just need more shit like this. We can't wait for the next Indiana Jones disaster.
Yeah.
And it felt like a modern update of that.
Have they said
and
who's
I
gonna
like
play
that.
him?
Have they said what?
Who's going to play him? It's too soon
now.
No,
and I like what a lot of people are saying in here.
What?
Campbell,
Nathan Fillion.
Dude, he'd be awesome.
Oh.
He probably would be.
That's actually kind of who I felt I was watching as you
Christian
played it because he looked
Bale.
so close to it.
I have
Christian Bale, he
Christian
doesn't have
Bale
a
is good in
personality.
anything he does.
Fuck
Yeah, he
Christian
does.
He's
Bale,
more for
dude.
darker
Fuck
roles.
Christian-
This guy's got to be
Yeah.
super light, smile, and
Yeah,
comedic.
but
Yeah.
he still
Yeah.
could like be the funny.
See,
I've yet to see that from
if
Christian
you
Bale.
could take Nathan Fillion and combine him with Michael from Burn Notice,
Actually, the dude from
I
Burn
hate
Notice
that
to be pretty
guy.
good too.
You
He's got a
hate
good
him?
personality.
Ugh,
He's funny.
He just seems like a total sketchball.
Oh,
Like, that's
dude.
a guy you should not leave your drink around.
He's awesome. And the other option is Jason Rubin. For some reason, that guy like looks and acts and
Jackie
talk
Chan.
like Nathan Drake. So yes, Danny's right. I have a man crush on Nathan Drake, but man crushes are nothing new. I also confess my love for a Street Fighter player named Ken I. He's something about him, dude. Just watch out. Uncharted and Hitman 2 getting movies, as you wrote here. And also, I'm glad you brought it up. Megan Fox is apparently set to replace, I don't know, but definitely, we're doing a younger Lara Croft Tomb Raider movie.
That would be replace.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, not that Angelina
You can say
couldn't come
recast.
back.
That's the
I mean,
kind way to say is
I'm
recast.
Well, what
but
if- what-
really, what we're saying is we're replacing you.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. But what's even more interesting is that Angelina Jolie's not happy.
Good.
Did you read about
No,
that?
the thing is,
Good.
too, is that she said she'd do another one. That's kind of funny if you have Angelina saying she'll do your movie. I mean, regardless of what you think about her, she still freaking draws people in to a box office.
Well,
I
right,
would've
but
thought-
Megan Fox, Transformers.
Megan Fox. And you want to
Like,
know what the
she's
funny
like-
thing
okay,
is?
let
They
me
show all
say-
these photos of the two together. She looks like a freaking young Angelina Jolie.
No,
It's not,
she's
I don't know if
way
it's that much
prettier
of a
than
trait.
Angelina Jolie,
Oh, I
I'm
think
sorry.
she's way hotter. Oh,
She's
yeah.
way
I'm with you
prettier.
there.
Like, sorry, I hate Angelina
Does-
Jolie and
does
Megan
she have as
Fox.
big of a
I don't like Angelina Jolie's lips.
Yeah,
That's the
well,
problem.
I'm sorry,
Yeah.
Megan
Angelina
Fox doesn't have
Jolie-
that problem.
Angelina Jolie looks like she should be cleaning fish tanks. Like, I'm sorry, she
Dude.
looks gross.
With her lips?
Guess
yeah,
what?
she looks gross. I'm sorry.
No.
She's not proportionate. She's
No.
so gross.
Dude.
Gross.
Hey, Jen, can I
Dude.
get an amen, please?
From the chin down, Angelina Jolie's hot.
Megan Fox is cooler.
what?
Oh, your wife thinks Megan Fox
Fuck
is
off,
hotter
man.
too.
Well, the other thing about Megan Fox,
Fuck
though,
off.
is as a girl, you can.
All those times you were like, honey, if you ever bring home Angelina Jolie, it's totally on.
Well, now you can bring home Angelina Jolie and Megan Fox, dude. You got two on your
No,
list
dude,
you can bring home.
the thing about
All
Megan
right.
Fox is she has the cool factor. Like, I could see, like, hanging out with her and, like, going and getting some wings and watching UFC. You know what I mean? Like, she seems like a cool girl. Well, Angelina Jolie would probably steal your boyfriend and
She's-
I
then.
don't know.
She seems to me like she's trying to be like
Megan Fox?
hardcore, yeah. Like she's
Really?
like copying almost Angelina Jolie. I don't know.
No.
It's all about
no.
tattoos and looking dirty and being
Yeah,
hardcore and saying
Angelina
fuck
Jolie is
and
not the
just
first
being-
girl to like tattoos. I'm
Well,
sorry.
There's
I don't
true.
really know anyone else big in movies though that has like that kind of attitude that she seems to be adopting.
Yeah, but there's a lot of other people, like, in pop culture, like.
In
God, I can't
music,
think of- yeah.
Welcome to Perez Hilton, the podcast.
Sorry, let's talk
no,
about
I'm just
other
kidding.
stuff.
It's all my
Sorry.
dude. The
fault
next
for bringing
story
it
I
up.
thought
Megan
was hilarious.
Fox greater than.
Yes.
Because I read, I'm like, Threshold Entertainment suing Midway because Midway's selling off all these different parts of their company to
Right,
raise money.
right.
And I'm like, why the hell would they possibly be suing them? And you go and you read the lawsuit. And the lawsuit says that Threshold Entertainment claims that the popularity of the Mortal Kombat movies is what has made Mortal Kombat what it is today.
Dude.
And they
Really?
deserve a chunk of it because of the movies. And honestly,
No.
I'm blown away that the games still continue to be made after the shit that was the movies came out. I kind of thought the same
Yeah,
thing
the
with
movies
Street
are pretty
Fighter. I'm
bad.
like, we'll
I-
never have another Street Fighter game because this movie tanked. And that's what I thought with Mortal Kombat. And it's like, how do you have the balls to say that?
I'm gonna tell a story that I don't think really Force you even want me to tell, but I have to tell. It's about the second Mortal Kombat movie, and let's just say that back in my college days, I would experiment with a little bit of the
Shock.
wacky stuff, right? And I went to this movie like. Man,
Oh, I've heard this story.
it's on, and this is the.
Yeah,
and
she
I'm
went
like,
saw part
and
2
I'm
in the
like,
theater?
Yes, and I'm
The
like,
funny thing is I know we saw
this'll
part
be-
1 and you
this will be awesome. And no, I'm not talking about Herb, dude. Okay, I'm like, this is gonna be awesome.
Didn't you?
I'm like, and dude, I've never been more de-hyed in my entire life by a fucking shitty movie. Yes, it was LSD or something. Yes, it was back
Is that
in
when
the
you
Dehyde,
dropped your
I like that.
popcorn?
Dehyde.
Was that when
I-
you dropped your popcorn?
No,
and, like,
no, that
nice
was
guy was
that
like,
was
"Get up"?
Snatcher. That was
Oh,
Snatcher.
sorry.
Or
Sorry.
Snatcher. I wish they made
Snatch.
Snatcher the
Snatch.
fucking.
Did you guys play Mortal
Snatch.
Kombat versus DC?
Oh,
the new one.
And me and
Oh
Ed
my
got in a fight because
God.
I kind of liked it and he hated on it.
He would not play it with me anymore. He's like, "This game sucks. I won't play
Well,
it."
you know
I
what?
liked it.
It's
It
not
was
You know
great.
why
It's
it
not
sucked?
great, but it's still. It's
I thought it was
cheesy
fun.
and
It was
it's
cheesy fun,
Yeah.
exactly.
It sucked because they didn't let those guys make a third Mortal Kombat movie, and they
Oh,
were obviously
totally
the
should make a
reason
Mortal
why
Kombat.
those games
Did
were
you
so
play-
fucking successful.
Did you play through the story mode?
Yeah, I played
It was
through. I played
so
through both
awful.
sides all the way
Yes,
through.
I know,
It
it
was
was
funny
so
seeing those
bad.
cheesy cutscenes,
Yes.
like
Oh, it
goofy
glitched.
excuses to make
And, like-
each guy turn to a bad guy.
Oh, That's
Oh yeah, like the super. Okay.
whatever.
Sorry.
That sucks. All right, Pain was undoubtedly one of the first games on the PSN that made me realize that games with
Still
great
one of the best
graphics
PSN games.
Yeah, I mean the game still this day it's fun to just boot up. There's all sorts of downloadable content. They've certainly milked the shit out of it, but this is kind of a good thing that comes from that. So while it may not have been the depth of a retail title, it still came jam packed with hours of enjoyment, as we just said. So Xbox Live has had a few arcade packs released, but this week Pain became a Blu-ray offering to the PAL audiences for just £19 or £20. And I think this is the first time I can recall that a PSN game has actually done that.
Gone from
Or
download only
or
to the
any
stores.
game that's not like PopCap. I think released.
Yeah, I was gonna say
one,
PopCap, but I don't know if they count.
But I think that's awesome. I can't say that there's too many games. I could totally see Pixel Junk releasing like maybe a pack that would be like a bunch
their
of their
Pixel games,
right.
yeah.
But if you haven't, if you're one of the friendly Euro viewers and you haven't played Pain, that's awesome to have it on Blu-ray. I think.
Hell yeah!
Additionally, I think you get a bunch of the downloadable.
If you get all the
content that you
downloadable content, you freaking have saved more money than I've spent on it. I think I've spent more than 20 on it.
Yeah. I haven't. I've only bought a couple characters, but
And
I got 2 of the expansion.
I wanted to mention it's not glitching for them.
what? Okay, awesome, because it looks fucking crazy over
and
here.
somebody mentioned that they are making a Mortal Kombat 3, and they had it.
Yeah, but it
IMDb
didn't.
link.
It didn't come out. That's the problem. Is that it didn't come out
They lost their
before
money.
Marvel
What,
versus.
there's a Mortal Kombat
Oh, I see what you're
coming to the
saying.
theaters?
Timing.
Yeah.
Is it going to
dude.
be like the story of Sub-Zero or whatever?
All
like,
that's
like
gonna-
the Street Fighter
We
route?
should all go.
All that's going to matter is that the next Mortal Kombat game will be fucking awesome. Because
All that matters,
the movie came
if
out.
the movie has Goro, it's win. I'm excited to see a CG Goro
That'd be fun to cast that movie.
instead of his old rubber costume.
All right, I love this. I think that this says a lot about the video game industry. I think it says a lot about the trends that we're moving towards. What does it say, guys, about this industry when a popular remake like Punch-Out, all right, on the Wii gets outsold by nearly a 12-year-old PS1 RPG over the PSN? That is pretty.
Wow.
I cannot believe it
epic.
put up those numbers.
Wow.
Like that audience for
the commercials were
Final
bomb.
Fantasy VII is huge.
The commercials
Were
were
bomb.
bomb, but it wasn't enough.
To make
In
you buy a
one
Wii?
night,
Or-
100,000.
Oh, that was first
people.
day?
No,
Oh.
no, 100,000 people downloaded Final Fantasy VII
Dude, a funny thing.
over PSN.
Today I just updated my PSP. And excuse me guys for saying this, but they've got the full PSN store on your PSP.
Yeah,
You can now go to everything, and I'm like $9.99. I
Nice.
can download 1 gig, all 4 discs of freaking
Yeah.
Final
That's
Fantasy
pretty
VII. And everything is so easy to access that it's really got me a little more excited for the PSP Go
Suma's
than I
saying
thought it would be.
OFN. Like, why don't you?
There hasn't been a reason for me to
update.
play it. And I'm going on a 14-hour car trip, so I'm like, well,
Oh,
I'll
you're gonna
finally
play Final
try.
Fantasy
I want to
VII?
try Retribution is what I want to try. Or
Oh
Resistance.
yeah, nice. All right. I mean, I think it says not only a lot about the mass cultish popularity of Final Fantasy because, at this point, I really hope that they just consider doing it with all the Final Fantasies because my ass would sit down and play 8.
In a heartbeat,
in a
dude. I
fucking
love
Yeah.
8.
Heartbeat, dude. And I like again, like this is showing that digital distribution can work, and it's also showing that wow, Nintendo still can remake like great old franchises, and no one gives a fuck. Like
They should have just brought out Punch-Out for the for the Super Nintendo.
what?
Why even
what
bother
does that
developing a
mean?
new engine?
Yeah, like what is it, Dira? What do you think that means? They sold a shitload of copies of Super Punch-Out. I mean, NES Mike Tyson's Punch-Out was fucking huge.
I think that what they should do is get actual Mike Tyson to do the next commercials. But no,
I
I think
actually,
it's
do you know
fine.
what I
I think
think
they're
it-
gonna like capitalize, and it's gonna start becoming like Guitar Hero,
What?
like where
Mike
they have all
Ty-
these different versions of Punch Out.
Well, but the
Like-
problem is that no one bought.
No one bought. And you want to know what I think the problem is?
game.
Is that the people who
Oh, I
grew
thought
up
they
on
did.
Punch-Out own a PS3, not a Wii.
That's
They
true.
don't, they
That's
don't really
true.
care. They don't really care about
Like,
the
I
Wii.
played-
It's the kids.
We
It's a
played
very good
Punch
point.
Out when I was little a ton, and I don't own a Wii.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We grew up.
I
Nintendo didn't.
refused to own a Wii.
What?
Nintendo wants new audience. They don't really care about
You know what the
old
Wii's
audience.
good for?
Dude,
Working out and drunken games when you get home from the bar. That's
Is
all
it
it's good for.
really that good for working out?
I haven't.
though?
I haven't used it, but I have a
really?
friend who does yoga.
It was good
and
for a
then
week, dude. I felt great for a week.
Man, fuck both of you, dude.
You could use
That's
it as a
like
paperweight.
Jesus Christ. I could chase my 3-year-old around the room and probably burn as many calories as you would.
Dude, I was a freaking hula
No,
hoop
but there's
and
also
step
yoga.
master.
Yoga.
Well, there's the yoga, and then it like teaches you
Dude,
the positions.
come on.
And
It was the
anyway.
step aerobics that got
It's
me.
better
dude.
than
It
going
was
to the
freaking
class at
dance
the gym
dance.
with all
Both
the
you
smelly
guys.
people.
Someone, the Wii is good for holding open doors and Tatsunoko versus Capcom. Actually,
And drunken games.
I would comment that I'm pissed now, having played Tatsunoko versus Capcom. It's fucking awesome.
You played it at
Yeah,
This-
and we
Or
casted
just-
it, and it's totally like I mean, dude, you
Well,
would.
do you
love
want to get a
playing
Wii
it.
now just so you can get it?
No, I want them to fucking release it on a system where people are actually going
that's
to
actually
fucking
kind of
play
silly
it.
that they wouldn't just put it out for all three. How hard could
Fucking
it possibly
That
be?
is kind of Eep.
How hard can it be?
Port
Put it
that
out
on
for all
o-
three.
Port
To
that,
port
on
that
over.
shit.
It's fucking bullshit, dude. I can't even believe that. And you want to know what? I follow Capcom_Unity on Twitter, and every time they make a comment about Tatsunoko versus Capcom, I'm like, too bad it's only coming out on the Wii and not on the PS3 360. And I'm sure those guys over there
Just
are
start
getting
typing,
fucking
"You suck."
sick of me, dude. But,
Fail.
I'm gonna keep on keeping on, guys, and
Squeaky wheel.
I'm definitely gonna get BlazBlue. Definitely.
Wait, what?
IGN gave BlazBlue 9.4.
I actually saw the brand new
Whoa.
King of Fighters just came out to Xbox Live Arcade too, and I was wondering about that one for freaking $10.
Wait,
It was like
No,
I was
a
like, what is?
remake? Not
No, it was
12.
Goku Muro or something.
not 12 though.
Well, it freaking didn't even say Art of Fighting, and when I went and looked at it, someone's
Art
gonna
of
tell me
Fighting?
out what it is right now, make me look like a fool. But yeah, I was like, what the hell is Goku Muro? And I like went and looked at it. And
Oh.
it's freaking the new
It's
fighting game,
It's the
new SNK game.
Ooh.
not the 12 though.
12 what?
King of Fighters 12.
No, it's not King
Okay,
of Fighters.
okay.
I think it's
Fatal
I
Fury,
think it's like Art.
okay.
Oh, Fatal Fury.
There you go. Yeah, that's all I got on that one,
Dude, and
dude.
the big news story of the week.
I definitely biggest news story for
Id
sure.
finally selling out. I'm surprised it didn't happen sooner because I thought they'd already
Is
sold
that
out to
fair
EA.
to say?
Selling out.
Yeah,
I don't know. That's
Were
what
they
everyone's
bought?
selling.
they were
Saying-
purchased.
They
Yeah.
were purchased.
Indeed.
They thought the deal looked good, so they took it.
Well, all right. So
Commerce.
let's first off let's talk about the history of id for a second, right? Before you really get into the nitty gritty, like everyone kind of knows the history of Wolfenstein, Doom, taking them to Quake, and then just kind of like letting their momentum go from that point. Of course, they had like the history of the falling out with Romero. They have the history of giving away the Ferrari in a tournament, and to Thresh and Quake. But in all of that, they've always stayed a very small
Independent. They've
And
had lots of people
independent.
trying to buy them over the years.
Right, and they've had a lot of success in doing that. And I believe that we can certainly say that since the release of Quake 3, the id release schedule, while still on its own sort of pace,
done when it's done.
it's kind of like been a giant clusterfuck of, just I would say mediocrity. Just
At id, like
Yeah.
nothing at id's really pumped you lately because Doom 3 wasn't that hot. Quake 4 wasn't really that hot.
now I love Quake Live. Don't get me
Quake
wrong.
Live, yeah.
Okay,
that's
I think
different.
Quake Live's great. I look forward to Wolfenstein. I'm more excited for Rage as an engine than I am the actual.
Dude, I'm
game.
excited for Rage. I don't care what you say about that. Racing
engine
or not, I'm
and
excited.
the technology and the ability to go. Okay, we're making a map, and then boom, it's instantly ready for the PS3 and the 360. That to me is, prominent technology right there. So with that being said, all of a sudden, literally out of nowhere, this happened.
I actually thought the biggest part of the news story was learning who the hell ZeniMax was. Because this whole time I thought Bethesda was their own company, and now I find out that they're just a small part of a larger
but
cog.
I think that should show you that a company like Bethesda that makes Fallout 3 sort of was able to operate in a
As their
mode where you
independent
didn't
company,
even
yeah.
know. And I think that, well, I don't know. You tell us about the story, the whole gamut.
Yes, Goo.
Well, the thing is that what did Carmack say? Carmack said, he finally decided to sell out to these guys because he felt exactly what you said, that they could still operate as their own studio and that they would finally be able to like promote games their way. He kind of like backhanded smacked, I think, Activision, and apparently they're terrible marketing for like Territory Quake Wars or whatever the last game that they did with it.
Right.
And they're thinking that they're going to start being able to promote themselves more with this company, still remain independent. And they also said in their statement they didn't want to come second in a company. They didn't want to to hear, the new Call of Duty game is coming out. Call of Duty's getting all of our assets because they're bigger than anything you've done. They wanted to be like the premier first-person shooter part of that company.
And that's fair. I mean, that's just good business.
I thought that was smart of them to say.
It is. I think EA wanted them to be like, we'll make a Quake every, year on the 11th month.
Yeah, that's probably what they wanted to do.
That's what they wanted. They wanted something, where I'm sure it was like, that's not how we roll. I absolutely believe that for sure.
And the funny thing is too is that even though this buyout's happened, it still has their toes in the doors of two other companies. Activision still has the rights to publish the next Wolfenstein game.
Right.
EA still has the rights to publish Rage when it comes out.
So Doom 4, right, is the first title that will like sort
be
of
ZeniMax owned, or Rage 2,
right,
or Castlevania 6, or Wolfenstein
Quake
6.
5. Give Quake Love some love.
So I thought that's funny too,
Quake
that even
love,
though they're this own company, they still have two other companies publishing and pushing their next two big titles. So that's kind of surprising.
Get out while you can, I guess. I don't know. It was definitely shocking news. Like, it was. I just want to throw it out there. I forgot how interesting it was working for gaming companies. When something like that happened, I would have been like, holy fuck, guys, it just got bought. I can't believe it. And this was me at work. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. People
There's
are like,
no
what?
one to
What?
talk to.
And I'm
There's
like,
no one to tell.
Oh, yeah. Never mind.
It's cool.
I'm
I'm gonna Twitter the shit
I thought
out
the
of
best
this.
part was when you were like talking to the guy from QuakeCon. And he
What?
was like, everything's going down at QuakeCon.
So,
He's like, what do you mean? Why wouldn't anything go down?
It wasn't QuakeCon. It was like, all right. So I was talking to Alien Wardell. This is what.
Yeah,
you're talking
okay.
about. Yeah. So I was talking to Alien Wardell, and I was waiting for something from like correspondence from QuakeCon, and I was telling the Alienware guy, I was like, yeah, well, because of the recent acquisition. I don't know if I'm going to hear from them anytime soon. And he was like, what? Hold on. What are you talking? And I'm like, why don't you read these news articles?
Yeah, how could you
He
have
had
missed
no
that?
idea, dude.
He did not
I
get
don't
the
know how that
memo.
works. He did not get the memo. Like, how
They
does
did
that
not put the cover sheet on the
how does that
TBS
not
report.
happen? I don't know. But hey,
I actually think I saw more news stories pop up on that than I saw Michael Jackson right away. It's funny.
Or Farrah Fawcett.
it was pretty. I was certainly like taken back by it. I mean, I don't know.
I told my wife like texts me, I'm actually playing a game of Nazi zombies, and some dude's like, Michael Jackson just died. I'm like, shut up, dude. Friggin' guard your window. And then my wife texts me during the game, Michael Jackson's died. I'm like, oh, guys, it's legit. My wife texts me. And I like text back. I'm like, I'm
Must have
mixed
happened.
emotionally. I'm like, I don't know how to think about it,
See-
because all I think about is all these stories nowadays about
See-
Michael, and then you forget
That's what
about
I
all the
think is
great shit he
sad.
did all that time
Oh,
ago.
yeah.
There was a
For
news story.
sure.
I was actually at my parents' house and watching, and my phone was blowing up, and I'm like, what? And then all of a sudden, it broke in special report, and it's like Michael Jackson has died at the age of 50, and I'm like, oh, bummer. I guess all my friends were right. I just assumed they were like high or something.
I saw it
But
on
no,
Twitter.
I'm
I
doing
was
a
surprised.
Twitter.
Yeah.
That's where the good shit happens,
Wait,
apparently,
I
nowadays.
refuse to be on
I
Twitter.
swear to
I
God,
refuse to be
way
on Twitter.
before I saw it on anything else. I
Really?
was like, in fact,
See,
I
I
was
think that's how my
immediately
friends
like,
found out Facebook
what?
and Twitter, and then it was on the news. So I was behind because I was watching the news, which is
I'm
very
telling you,
interesting.
man, power to the
But-
motherfucking people.
Why are you watching
Yeah,
that?
that's true.
Fuck the man.
But-
So 5 minutes ago, the local news.
I know, right?
No,
Shut up.
no,
Shut up.
don't
It was
fuck
the local
Twitter.
news.
The,
It
the
was
breaking
local
news is so 5
I
minutes
was at my
ago.
parents' house, all right? But I am doing a tribute show tomorrow on 80s Night to Michael to
Yes.
MJ.
I heard.
Wait, no, Sunday, right?
Yeah, tomorrow. Yeah. Oh, today's Friday. But yeah, Sunday.
It's okay because the show is on Friday. I always know where the fuck I'm at.
Were you like waiting, had to go search for a bunch, or do you already got set for Michael Jackson music? You're already all
Oh
80s
yeah,
all the time.
dude.
aren't
See,
I'm
you?
but
loaded
you
up.
play
But
straight
I am
up,
getting
right?
Jackson 5, and I'm gonna do other stuff too, minus the Free Willy shit.
How about just for good measure, you throw in like a Weird Al Yankovic
Yankovic?
version
Yeah.
of a Michael Jackson?
You know what? I
Throw
met
like
Weird
an I'm
Al, and
fat
he's
right in the
so
middle of-
gross. I met Weird. No. Well, yeah, that's a good idea. I don't really like Weird Al. It's really gross.
I
So Snoop Dogg. Snoop Dogg smells.
I actually listened to Snoop Dogg giving his shout outs for
Snoop Dogg smells
for
like
Michael
weed.
Jackson's
Yeah,
death.
he does exactly. When he was here, I'm like, oh God, you smell like my boyfriend.
He was here?
Yeah, well, like a couple years ago.
Oh.
Yeah, today.
Earlier you missed him.
Sorry,
Fuck!
my ADD is
All right.
kicking in.
What's next?
I was gonna say we were gonna
The Xbox Natal.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Natal.
screw
Natal.
the
I keep
Carmack.
calling it Natal.
Because that's what
Carmack.
it's supposed to be, I think.
It's the
Natal?
Natal.
I know.
I
but-
don't like calling it the Natal.
Because it looks like Natal. I'm like, yeah. Why do you get to make up a new way to pronounce
Well,
that?
not to mention they were basically like, we're giving birth to an awesome new fucking video game concept.
A whole new way of playing games.
Here's the placenta.
And actually,
Yeah.
the reason why this isn't even a story about Xbox, this is actually a story about Nintendo.
Oh, yeah.
But the reason why I bring it
I only
up,
read the first sentence. I'm
the
sorry.
reason why I bring it up is because when they did come out, they had Steven Spielberg walk onto the stage and he's like, the barrier between gaming
That's true.
is this complicated control pad with
Is
like
he the
15
embryonic
buttons.
sac?
Yes.
So he
Gross.
comes out and he says that the big barrier in gaming is, the actual controller. Well, Nintendo found out that the actual barrier in gaming is having to play the game.
Oh.
So
Yeah.
Nintendo has now trademarked, copyrighted
No
a whole
way.
new way to quote unquote cheat. When you reach the difficult part of a
Oh my
game,
God.
you can hit a button, jump out of the gameplay, and the game will play itself for you. And then you jump
No.
back in after
That's
the difficult
so
part.
lame. You know what?
This is their
That is
new
so lame.
revolutionary technology because most people are getting
So does it
frustrated. No
use
one sees
AI?
the end.
So does it
No
use,
one
like,
sees
how
the
you
end of
play,
games.
or, like-
It literally.
It's true.
You
Is
hit
it
a
like a
button.
walkthrough?
You zoom out. It
Yes.
shows it playing the game, and then you just hit, and it kind of zooms back in a little bit, and you're playing it.
Oh my God.
Because-
okay. Remember how I talked about Wii systems being like blowing up at like retirement homes?
Yes.
This is gonna like be perfect for that.
So you just buy Mario
Like
now.
watching
tired.
movies.
You buy Mario,
I'm
you hit
tired.
select, sit back for
Play.
20 minutes, watch the whole game. That's exactly what it is.
Oh,
and it
I'm
blows
gonna
me away
play.
that they've
Oh
just
wait,
been
I gotta go
talking
get
about
a
how
drink.
revolutionary
Do
it is.
Like,
Yeah,
go get
yeah.
a drink.
I-
That's lame.
know,
That-
I
How they're
thought-
breaking down barriers to
that's
gaming
like-
with it.
that's like a cutscene plus one.
It turns the whole game into a cutscene. That's
Yeah.
exactly what they say.
Oh,
Now
God.
it
I don't
appears
like
as a
that.
cutscene,
I
then
don't
you
like
jump
that.
back in.
you guys, I honestly felt like they could not go any lower
Yeah.
in Wii Music when they're like, nice job, give yourself a score. And it's like, dude, any idiot with fucking one little iota of gray matter would give themselves a top score. I mean, when I play, even if when I get 99% in Rock Band, fuck that. I still got 100.
You gotta redo it,
So
yeah.
it's like, it just makes no fucking sense. And this is like the next step. I swear to God, dude, Miyamoto is like brainwashing all those people. And I'm glad that I'm like fucking Rowdy Roddy Piper and
Yeah.
fucking They Live with my special fucking sunglasses.
Screw Hulk. I'm sick of Hulk getting all the attention. Is that
I'm not
Rowdy
seeing
Roddy Piper
that
you're talking
shit.
about?
It's fucked up. Yes. I don't get it. I mean, dude, come on. Like, really?
That's crazy. Like that's
Pay
insane.
40, pay 40
And the
bucks
funny
and
thing
let
is,
our
too,
game
is that
Yeah,
they're
it's like
talking about how-
$40 for a movie.
How this is
I
going to
can't
like
believe
save
it.
games. People are finally going to get to see the end of games because no one's seeing the end of games. Not because the game sucks and they get
All
bored
right,
playing
so,
it.
Okay, let's then step back a second. Okay, they start with Mario. We're all sitting here.
Oh,
What a
God.
fucking stupid idea. So then what? Next up is like, I'm gonna be able to let Prototype just play itself.
Play itself.
How would that work
They-
with a big game?
That's
like
what they
that?
want
How
to
would that
feature
even
in their
work?
new Nintendo games. I don't know. Like,
But how would that work?
maybe
with a
even
big
in a
game
Zelda.
Like, that?
I don't know. I don't.
Like, do this mission for me. Do this mission for me. Oh, and run over here. I
Right,
can understand
right.
the
Or-
transporting. Like, okay, run over that for me. All right, now I'm there. But like, okay, do this mission. The whole thing.
I don't.
Great.
I
don't
mean,
know.
Would you? Do either of you ever see yourself in a situation where you're like, well, fuck, I don't want to play this game, but you know what? Like, I'll pop it in and I'll watch
Honestly,
it. Like,
No.
I've never played a
no
game that's
way.
made me say I really want to see the end of this. You know, like
you've
if there was a
never
game,
played a game like that,
Really?
like a game that's been so hard
Oh, that you
okay,
can't-
that I
okay,
like
fair
quit and still thought in my head, man, I really wish I could
That
have
you
seen
couldn't
the end of
finish
that
it.
game.
Yeah.
The
You're
game
gonna
is
finish it,
frustrating.
though.
I don't give
That's
a shit
the
about
point.
it.
You have to earn that.
Yeah, if I
ending.
like
You
it,
need to
I'm
play
gonna get
through
it.
it.
in.
And it's taking
Exactly.
away from like the competitiveness of like you said, high scores.
It's funny
Like,
that
do
you
you
say that
automatically
because
get a
new
gold?
Super Mario Brothers,
So it's
Exactly.
gonna give you a silver.
the
It's
new
gonna
Mario
give you-
is competitive 4-player, and that's going to be the first game to feature this supposed system.
That's bizarre.
I have no idea how it's gonna work.
Multiplayer, but the computer plays for me. Oh, sweet, the computer's playing.
Well, the
a
whole
computer
purpose
and,
is like,
Yeah, I
like
don't-
all of us are playing. And we're like, shit. Wheat can't do this platforming
All right.
part. Wheat, you jump out, and the rest of us are going to take care
My
of it.
prediction is that for the last, how has it been? When was Mario Brothers? Is it 25 years old yet? Not quite.
Is it 25?
86, right?
No,
I'm
no,
talking
no, no.
about-
It's-
no, that's
25 would
for-
be 83.
Okay, 83. That's probably about right because it probably
That's how
hit
old I am.
arcades before it actually. Super Mario Brothers, I'm talking about, right?
Oh,
So it was around this time
Wow,
that
that's
these
old
guys
I am.
started like collecting batshit and growing mushrooms in a little closet and taking them and creating these
Guano?
amazing video games that everyone was playing.
With
I think it's
Right
all about
now-
the tea.
Right now, these guys are just so strung out that I think that they
They're on
don't
heroin
even
now?
realize what the fuck they are doing. It just doesn't
They've
make
progressed to heroin and crack
sense to
cocaine.
me.
You almost should go into like the movie industry. I mean, you obviously don't want people to
Yeah, you're in the wrong job.
to interact.
I don't get it.
Yeah, that's lame. That's lame.
And they really are pushing it as like, we are innovating video games.
yeah, sweet.
Like saying it with conviction.
Yes.
What,
They say
what?
everything with
Go
conviction. That's
fucking-
what blows me away.
Make a fucking
They've got to make it
system that
exciting
doesn't look
somehow
like.
because
I mean, they don't realize that everyone's
exciting.
laughing,
iPhone.
but they say everything
The
so
iPhone.
straight. Like what we are. This is the new. This is the shit
This
that
is the
everyone's going to
newest.
follow.
But
This is a hoverboard. Be
there,
excited.
and the sad thing is that game will sell well, right? It's
Oh,
a
it'll be
Mario
huge.
game. It'll sell well, and they'll be like, because we innovated video games, it sold well. Metroid, you're next. Like fuck. Although then at least I could fuck that, dude. It's stupid. Stupid.
Lame.
Hey, our next news item, how are we doing on time? We're doing pretty good on time, I think. Not
Are we
really.
going to bring Ed in?
Do you want me to
yeah,
go
let's bring Ed in real quick.
Hutchie.
Since
Let's,
it's an MMO news story, we had to give Ed one shot at it. It wouldn't be fair for any of us to cover it.
We're bringing nice guy Ed in. I'll give the nitty gritty. So, BioWare and Mythic basically combining. Mark Jacobs fucking pees out, and it has threatened to stop. Oh wait, I've totally went on and read the wrong sentence. Mark Jacobs, he did Dark Age of Camelot. He moved on.
He
Really
was
a big
huge part of Dark Age of
Warhammer.
Camelot and active in that for a long time. Really helped make that what it was with this
So,
level of communication.
He has been with Mythic. He gave his heart and soul.
Soul,
to the
yeah.
company. And when the breaking news first hit, it was actually on the front page of the Herald for Warhammer.
Right,
And
as it should be.
It was on what day did I call you?
What was it, Wednesday?
Was it Wednesday?
Wednesday?
It
I don't
was.
know.
It was on
Wednesday.
the 24th. I remember, and it said
I was sitting in a little cafe
I
having
was.
espresso with my boyfriend.
doves
I
were
remember.
flying and pooping on the people sitting around me. I was free from poop. But anyways, it was the 24th. I remember it was the 24th because it struck me as odd what the end of the Herald article said. And it had mentioned that under the EA banner, Mythic is going to combine forces with BioWare to take control of their MMORPG development.
Is it to take
Right.
control or to be controlled by?
To be controlled.
To be
by.
controlled by.
Right.
Basically. And it thanked Mark Jacobs for all of the work that he did. And it said, we really look forward to the new partnership with so-and-so, so-and-so, and so-and-so. Mark Jacobs done a lot of great work for us. And effective June 23rd, 2009, Mark Jacobs will no longer be with us.
Peace.
Meaning it was a day old.
The article was
before.
June 24th.
Yes, that's right, the day
So, good fucking game.
Did you see Mark Jacobs, what he said?
No, what
He
said?
said EA approached me at the end of May and said that they'd be making changes to the company and I took my sabbatical. Now I'll be looking for another job.
Yep.
Like I said,
He
nothing
was
bad
very
about it, but
cordial.
whatever they said to him in May made him walk out almost immediately.
So
Wow.
what I want to talk about in regards to this article, Ed, is riddle me this, right? So you as a Warhammer player, obviously Mark Jacobs has done a lot for the game. This is kind of a multi-part question, so you got to put your debate hat on here.
Okay.
So number one, are you concerned or I guess anticipating? Hold on, I'm going to get out all my questions first. I like to do it that way.
Hold on. I gotta.
What?
No, I don't shave my chest hair, homie.
Guys shouldn't shave their chest hair.
Neither do I.
So,
Zangief patch for the win. Okay, question A, right?
Yeah.
I'll go back to the letters. All right, first off, as a player who Mythic has basically built your game, your community, are you concerned or anticipating what this could do to the game?
That was the first question, right?
Yes, just go ahead and answer it.
Oh, I thought it was a multi-part question.
It was, but I don't think you have the capacity to handle that tonight, nice guy Ed.
Why?
Dude,
because of the chest hair.
Because I have
distracting me.
obviously.
Because I have sweet chest hair and white linen pants.
That's exactly.
Okay. No, I'm not concerned about it. Actually, I am one of those people that actually look forward to Mark Jacobs leaving.
Okay.
The game has felt pretty stagnant and stale for me, and I'm hoping that under the BioWare or with the help of the BioWare team, they're going to breathe some fresh air into the game and kind of make some minor tweaks and changes that will help improve the game.
You don't think that maybe this was just some sort of a move because of the Old Republic MMO?
I
coming
think
back?
what they're going to do is we're going to take all 100 of you. 20 of you are going to stay behind and work on Warhammer. The other 8 of you are joining our Star Force team.
And
Star Wars.
There goes the content for Warhammer.
That's honestly what I believe they'll do. We won't see. I don't think you'll see any more big content for Warhammer.
What do
I
you
could be
think
wrong.
about that? Nice
I
guy?
could
be wrong.
I think that's a
you're
fucking
wrong.
great
I think you're
prediction.
wrong.
All I know is that every time
I
I
gotta
read
side
about
with Force,
Warhammer,
dude.
they say how they're addressing server population issues.
Right, because they're combining servers, just like most
But,
RPGs that are
however,
dying, they're combining
if you
servers.
can consolidate servers down and
That's
you
what
can
I'm
make
saying.
money,
We're going to get down to only
Exactly.
10 servers to choose from. We only need a dude a server. We got the crew down to 10 now. Now we got 90 of you to work on Star Wars.
They did release the new content, The Land of the Dead, and I'm gonna go out and say for all those people who say Warhammer's dead, you haven't played Land of the Dead, so you can just
It's supposed to be
you can
huge,
just-
Yeah,
guys.
and
It's
you know
supposed to
what?
be huge.
You can just shut the fuck up right there.
Hold
for
on.
not,
I'm one of those people that doesn't want to shut the fuck up yet,
Right,
and I'm
right.
just playing devil's advocate here. I understand they just released this big content patch, probably
They did.
something that they've had in line for months.
Jacobs did.
Right.
Mm.
So, but what about now? What about status quo? Nice guy, Ed. Status quo and moving on.
What do you mean status quo? moving
Status
on?
quo and moving on. Yeah, they may have brought out this awesome patch, but you and I both know it'll be like great for a month, and then it's like, where's the next one coming from?
Right.
That's
well, I
the
mean,
problem I
the
think you're
whole
gonna face.
whole idea behind the patch is that it's supposed to like revitalize like PvP, and essentially what happens is there's an area called Land of the Dead.
Right.
There's a series of 8, 9, 10, something like that PQs. In those PQs, they drop glyphs. Each PQ has a specific glyph. You get these glyphs to open up lair bosses,
Right.
and then you go and fight the lair bosses.
But
one of the
that
pe-
wasn't my question.
I was going to say,
no.
where'd
but
we get into
hold
this
on, hold
description?
on.
Okay.
Let me get into it. But what I'm saying is, what it's done is it's encouraged people to log on and do open RVR.
So
But
it's
it's kinda-
revitalizing.
It's revitalizing the open RVR.
You still
It
have to
is
provide
killing,
content to revitalize.
It is killing, though, the scenarios. And I think maybe one
Does-
way they can do that is
Add more scenarios.
add more scenarios or add
Fucking
scenarios
morons.
that are Land of the Dead.
Ish.
Land of the Dead-ish. Actually,
you.
I have full Dark Promise gear, so whatever, dude.
resident MMO nerd.
Throw that
nice
shit in.
guy Ed.
Resident Evil.
All right,
or
well,
Resident-
I'll tell you what.
Resident-
While we
whatever.
got you here, while we got our resident MMO nerd here, let me just skip ahead.
And now I have 3 pieces of Warlord and 3 pieces of Invader too.
I don't know if you know this, Ed, but there are many employees from NCSoft that listen or watch EG, whether it's live or through and they have heard your call. Like the moment that you bitched about the game, 'cause you gave the game all this praise, and then you're like, you can't fucking invert your mouse.
yeah.
They have put it in the game for Nice Guy Ed.
Specifically for it is the Ed
Congratulations.
patch. In fact, I think that's what they named it.
Did you pre-order Ion yet?
No.
They're coming around for like some another beta. I just read they're going to raise the
Yeah,
cap to like 10 level. Oh, you don't want to beta it and then have to redo it again.
Yeah, dude.
He already has a key.
I do have a key. I just want to I want to experience the PvP of it. I don't fucking care about the PvE content of Ion, okay? I've done the PvE content. I've got it down sweet. I
Okay.
want to see PvP, and so far in all the betas there hasn't been
Well,
any.
they're going to.
There hasn't been.
They're
So
going to.
when they do offer PvP content in the beta, I will gladly go back
Okay.
and play. So
All right, fair enough.
Okay.
All right.
Anything else?
Thanks for coming on, brother.
Any other MMO?
Any other MMO news? I
Any
tried to
other MMO
slip in as much as I
questions?
could, and there's only one.
Sorry, dude.
No.
I have one thing. I didn't know this.
What?
WoW in China, World of Warcraft in China
It's been down for weeks.
has been down for like 3 weeks.
Why?
Like
because they switched
they
companies.
switch companies that services the game and like handles everything from I think server
Oh my
support
God,
to like
dude.
staff support and like customer service and GMing.
Dude, how?
And the
how
new
are
company-
people
I got a
fucking-
question, dude.
There's a
Freaking
country going through massive fucking withdrawal, people.
No, dude.
I bet there's news stories about how all this different
No.
shit that's happening because all these people are out of
Actually,
their homes.
dude,
They're being covered
my-
up by Iran.
My question is how's the Chinese economy handling it?
It's probably good. People are getting out there and spending money on the streets. They're finally leaving
No,
their
dude,
fucking
you're
huts.
missing. You're missing my point. You're missing my point, dude.
It brings some money.
Gold farmers have been brought to a halt. So whatever, dude.
How does that work?
Yeah. So, anyways,
Well, not to print the money.
I am going to give the microphone
Word.
back to Dira.
By the way, everybody
Thanks.
says that he looks like Miami Vice, and he's really well dressed
There
like
you
a
go, Wendy.
pimp. And they want to know why you dress like a pimp.
Did you see how she ripped it out of my hand? I just ripped it out of hers too. So here it is, right here.
I agree, Tiburano, too.
Why am I dressed like this? Because it's fucking 105 degrees in Nebraska at
Amen,
6
brother.
o'clock at night. So until you experience that, you can't talk shit on the gear. Late.
All right. All right, we got to get through some news items quick. So, Forrest, you want to pick that back up? Thank you, Nice Guy Ed. Appreciate it. Thanks for giving the audience a crotch shot there. We appreciate it. Everyone was wondering, is Nice Guy Ed going to give us the ass or is he going to give us the dick? And you guys got the dick.
Usually at home, he just walks around naked.
And you get a little bit of both.
Poor dear.
Nice section.
Poor
Dude, you
dear.
can't do that. You
Jason,
can't do that.
My brother's going to be
Gosh.
watching this.
Oh, my gosh, dude.
My students just got a screenshot
my-
of an ass in my face.
Oh, my God.
Dude,
Oh, actually,
Keep it going.
I was going to mention, can I
What?
do one other shout out?
Yeah,
well,
sure.
in addition. My brother, hey, Chris, he's in Afghanistan again. And
Watching the show?
Well, he's going to.
Oh,
he's
I
asleep
see.
right now.
I see.
I think.
If he was a
Hopefully
real
he's
EG
sleeping
fan,
now.
he'd be watching
yeah,
the show
yeah.
right now.
I don't care if it's
Aw.
4 a.m.
No, I'm just playing, dude.
But no, I love you, and I hope you come home safe and all that good stuff. We'll come and have a drink, much like this right now.
It's bottled water.
Yes, this is water.
It's
Of the
bottled
gods.
water from
But yes,
the
Chris,
well.
come home safe. See you soon.
Okay.
I just say thank you for
Pick it up,
reminding me. I
Forrest.
left my
Pick it
bottle
up,
of water.
pick it up,
This
pick it
is
up.
this is actually the news story I've been looking forward to the most because you finally gave me the chance to like throw in some news stories.
Yes, I did.
And the latest news story, this actually came out last week, but since we were gone, was that Bobby Kotick, who's like the leader of Activision, said,
Yeah. Total dick nose, by the way.
"Oh, is he?" Because
Yeah.
his comment was a total.
No, he's always been a total
it
dick
sounded like a
nose,
total
dude.
dick comment. Like our company freaking dictates how the shit works in the world. But he finally realized, he freaking could spot a sinking ship when he sees it, and said that if the PS3 doesn't drop their prices in 2010, 2011, they might have to stop supporting the machine.
Yo, Bobby, why don't you stop making fucking shitty ass games or else I'll have to fucking stop buying your fucking bullshit. fuck off! No one wants to play your shitty Transformers the fucking movie games anyway.
How you doing, Bobby?
And Wheat's freaking out right now because he knows my response too. Because Sony comes back and says, well, we've got over 350 titles coming out for our new machine. And we look for basically what they said is we have over 350 buckets, which we hope will get water out of our sinking boat.
It's like, hey, guess what? I got both systems, and I still won't play your fucking shitty ass shit on the well, you know what? I shouldn't say that totally. There's a couple games that I'm gonna fucking play. Obviously, it's not totally.
Well, that's more.
I am excited for
it.
DJ Hero and Modern Warfare
DJ
2,
Hero will
but
be bomb.
pretty much like
Better be
everything
bomb.
else. Well, Beatles Rock Band. Wait. No, that's EA. Sorry. Yeah, I gave him almost a little bit too much credit. Whatever, dude.
Well, let's continue on the PS3 sinking boat line.
Sure, keep going.
Tecmo finally realizes that the PS3 audience really isn't that hardcore, especially when compared to the 360 audience. Demos have come out of the new Ninja Gaiden Sigma, and they've been noticing that there's a lot of blood missing from it, a lot of blood that was present in the 360 version. Well, Tecmo came out and said, we've been, reviewing the market, and there's been so many violent games coming out that we've decided to tone down the violence in Ninja Gaiden 2. It no longer feels appropriate. And then they go on to further say that we will also be looking at the difficulty of the game. So basically what you PS3 owners are getting is a watered-down kids version of a freaking awesome action game that made me feel like the shit for completing it at the end. But, you guys get easy mode with less blood, so there you go.
Can you push a button and let the game play itself?
No, that'll be for the Wii. That'll be for
Right,
the
Wii.
Metroid, the new Metroid that they're making.
Yeah. I mean, that kind of sucks.
I'm moving on.
I don't understand why they would do that exactly.
What do you mean? Why they would bring out the blood? Especially since that's what gamers obviously want. I don't necessarily agree with it, but
I see. I'm totally agreeing with Suma. Glad this is happening to games that I don't care about. I'm sorry.
dude, Ninja Gaiden 2 was freaking awesome. And that is one of those games where you step away at the end after you beat it and said, I'm a freaking video game master because I kicked that game's ass.
You know what?
It's one of those games where it's for the elites, for the hardcore, and you're getting a less hardcore version of it.
What?
Suma, you would have no chance in hell of beating Ninja Gaiden 2. I know why you don't care about it. You probably wouldn't even beat the first boss.
Oh, that sounds like a fucking
That is
challenge,
that is a
dude.
challenge. I know he would.
Damn.
It's not up his alley.
Damn.
If you don't swing a club or hit accelerate.
Aww.
Oh, that's fucking.
Next news story I actually
I'm
thought
gonna
was
let
one of.
Suma respond on Call and Brawl.
He's
on
more than
Sunday
welcome to
that,
call
by
in.
the way.
I thought the
gonna-
next story was the funniest story that I read this week.
Okay. Oh God, dude, this one's depressing, dude.
Well, you think it's depressing? I
What?
thought it was hilarious.
It's hilarious, but I was talking to you about it anyway. Get into it. I'll tell
all
you.
right. Well,
Okay.
the title of our article is if you're going to subcontract a game, make sure you know who the hell you are subcontracting it to. Atari, who's a pretty huge company, has been bringing out Freddy the Fish, a bunch of those old school. I wanted to say LucasArts right away because it's on that engine, but it was Infogrames who made the Broken Steel and those other games in that same engine.
You're right.
Brought out those games for the Wii. And while playing the games, gamers discovered that there were actually shout-outs from the Scum VM developers. Their actual code was still left in the game. At the end of the game, it says, developed by, blah, 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 Sev, whatever, and said, please report any bugs to this address, and then had placeholders for names. So what they did was they took the Scum engine, which is, if you don't know, Deborah, it's like a engine that people download to play old 90s role-playing games. So they took a computer
Like
engine
old
that someone
adventure
else
games
made.
and stuff.
They stole technology from some homebrew guy, put it on a Wii disc, added infrared, and then sold it, and did not let Atari or any of them know. So basically, they just stole someone else's work and put their
Lame.
name on it. And Atari
crazy.
now
To the point where you could replicate bugs.
bugs like they actually showed like a
Like,
glitch in an eye that only
there was-
happens when you play it on the Scum
Yeah, there was
engine.
like no
That is
refuting
just like
it.
Grandma's
It fucking
boy.
happened.
And it was actually
Grandma's
discovered
boy.
by the designer,
can he
the designer of
see?
Scum VM, who actually kind of went on to brag and said, well, at least our engine is of commercial quality. But
Good for
Atari
him.
got super screwed. Atari said, fine, we'll just put a little sticker on it that says, thanks to Scum VM, give copyright to them. Well, Nintendo doesn't allow outside parties doesn't allow their technology. They only allow technology developed with their SDKs. So Nintendo said, no, you can't put those stickers on it. So now Atari is forced to sell all the remaining stock, and any left in their warehouse carries like some $10,000 fine if it's not destroyed within a certain period.
What?
All the games
So they
now.
have to
Now they're going to be
incinerate
like
it?
Hold
hot
on.
collector's
Hold on.
items.
Or
You
else
watch.
Nintendo could come after them.
Nintendo can come after them. They're like breaking some
That
agreement
is
with them.
fucking like Nazism, dude.
It's crazy.
Communism?
Like that.
But
and-
imagine they have a whole series. Big Huge Games was the name of the Atari company that was bringing these out, and they freaking found out they were developed in the Ukraine. That's where this company was based at. Like how the
So-
hell do you end up
Like,
farming
yeah.
out technology to the Ukraine?
And one of the reasons
Some
why I
bored
said
dude.
that this was kind of depressing is that this is like the second or third event of basically almost
Technology
straight up
theft.
stealing code or, using code from a system where obviously it shouldn't be used on, like people being lazy. And it's just like, dude, I hope that, granted, these have all been fairly small companies, but I would like to hope that this is not going to become just like,
the new thing.
God, the new thing. It would be fucking depressing.
What?
Y-
Oh.
m-
Mario.
Yes, I
Hitler and
agree.
Mussolini.
All right, well, why don't we actually take a quick break?
Fine with me.
All right, down to that.
Cool.
Let's take a quick break. When we come back, we will finish up. We got a couple more news items, and then we're going to jump into our review or prototype. After that, we'll open up the phone lines, and that should pretty much get us to the end of the show. So we will have open phones tonight. Guarantee we're going to get a few in. I don't think our prototype review is going to be that long, so we'll be right back. I'm going to leave you with one of my favorite Legend of Zelda songs by the Boston Symphony Orchestra.
Is it from Twilight Princess?
No.
Is Michael Jackson dancing to the song?
No.
Oh. Farrah Fawcett?
Negative.
Ed McMahon?
No.
Oh.
It's just
It's just
Zelda.
music.
Just a lot.
We'll be
of
right
people.
back.